Hello and welcome to the third episode of the Economic Times Best Brands 2021, an event that touches upon the finer aspects of purpose-driven brands and how some brands have fine-tuned the art of customer engagement. On this special episode, we bring you exclusive event highlights. First up, we have an opening address by Manoj Nair, Senior Director, ETH.
Thank you all for joining us today. I'm delighted to see that so many of you could be with us for this fourth edition of the Economic Times Best Brands Conclave 2021. We've come together to acknowledge and recognize some of the best brands which have stood the test of times, especially in a volatile post-pandemic world. This event serves as a platform for us to engage and exchange knowledge to understand the nuances of successful brands. With this as the backdrop, we would like to present the Best Brands Conclave 2021 to discuss and understand newer strategies incorporated by some of the best brands. The innovation, the agility, the proactive approach, and the purposeful marketing, the impactful reach, and lot more. While we celebrate the success stories of brands, we will also launch the coveted coffee table book comprising the best brands. Looking forward for a very, very interactive session and a day. Thank you so much.
Next, we bring you a fireside chat on why it's important for businesses to build a purpose-driven brand.
Vanita, let's understand what's the current state of maturity when it comes to purpose-driven brand building. How are brands, kind of looking at purpose as their communication space?
Okay, so marketers and brands have been actually responding to the environmental changes as things move on in the environment. And now, as I see, with storytelling gradually molding within it, a lot of purpose has really been the current agenda in the environment, as I see. And of course, the pandemic has played a very, very crucial role. In, I think, 2019 and earlier, there was climate change, and now there was the pandemic. These two broad events in the environment have actually molded the way brands and marketers are thinking. Yes, marketers are evolving today, and I think purpose is a very, very integral part of the decision matrix that all marketers are, opening their minds to.
So, how do brands decide that this is our purpose? Is it driven by the product? Is it driven by the consumers? Is it defined by the organizational ethos? And then how do you choose the right messaging to your consumers so that they are able to relate to that purpose?
See, as a brand, it is very important to first understand what kind of a business you are in. Everybody starts a company for a reason, that is to make money, right? Now, when I talk about a company that I represent, we are in the business of covering risks for people. We are into the business of insuring people, right? So for us, the primary purpose or the primary way of being is that whenever a consumer is vulnerable or a situation where he or she has encountered risk, we are able to provide protection or provide cover to the consumer. That's the core of the business per se, right? So because of the pandemic, the insurance industry accelerated at a 5x pace, right, wherein all the interactions which were physical suddenly turned into a 360-degree digital interaction, right? So overnight, how do you bring in systems and processes which put in place, a seamless interaction with the consumer? And also at the same time, you maintain the empathy of the brand, which tackles and understands that the consumer is vulnerable, and we have to deliver what we had promised in the first go, irrespective of what the situation might be. So, when we communicated our brand positioning of Tech Plus Heart, we believed every ounce of it, and that we meant it. So we wanted to create a more friendlier world in a vulnerable or in an unanticipated scenario or the world where it was in. So I think that's how, you can probably make your brand feel more relatable to the consumer by just understanding the pulse of the consumer at the moment, because they have a very short span of time or span of recall anymore.
Ladies and gentlemen, first up, we'd also like to take the opportunity to unveil the cover of the coffee table book that features some of the best brands, the success stories of these best brands. So let's take a look at the impeccable coffee table book cover launch right over here. Let's have the video, please. Ladies and gentlemen, looks like the tempo is set. And with that, let's get started with the felicitations. And let's hear it first up for Mahindra First Choice. Let's move forward to announcing the next brand that's being felicitated, Reliance General Insurance Company. Let's also invite the next brand, Avance Financial Services. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Indigene. Well, the next brand that's being felicitated this evening is Colgate-Palmolive India. But I've been informed that the team isn't here currently to receive the honor. Well, up next, let's hear it for Roka. And while the team isn't here to receive the honor, let's move forward to hear it for the next brand, Vedanta Iron and Steel. Let's hear it for Vari, One with the Sun. The next brand that's being felicitated here, let's hear it for H&R Johnson India, division of Prism Johnson. Let's hear it for Acer. Let's felicitate the next brand, Tata Green Batteries. Let's also hear it for the next brand, Incred Group. Let's invite India First Life Insurance Company Limited. I believe they're not here. All right, so then on that note, the next brand that's being felicitated here, let's hear it for KGISL. And the final name that's being felicitated this evening is the one that actually literally took us back to the classrooms. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for White Hat Junior.
Key factors driving the brand success for Acer India are fostering innovation, continuous improvement in product quality, driving better customer engagement, and by constant delivery of what customer wants in an ethical and sustainable manner is what has helped in us building trust with the customer. The key values that have resonated with the customer actually go hand in hand with the Acer's core values, which are passion, user centricity, innovation, teamwork, balance of interests, and integrity, which has led us to consistently strive to create value by being pioneering, agile, and first to market.
Technology had been one of the prime movers for Prism Johnson Limited. We are the company known in the industry for innovation. We had many firsts in the industry. The product what we had launched in the past had been, we were the first one to give those technologies. There are a couple of innovations. The first product categories which we launched, maybe like product like anti-static tiles, antimicrobial tiles. We have recently launched a radiant resistant tile which can be used into X-rays and MRI rooms. So we have those technology edge over competition, and that's what we harp upon. Apart from technological innovations, we have, apart from tiles, we have many other product categories which provides one shop, you can brand for all the customers. So customer doesn't have to move around here and there. So we give tile, bath, kitchen, marble, quartz. So there's whole range of product which our technology, our scientists make, and we supply to our customers.
IncRed is a new age, diversified financial services conglomerate spanning a whole host of businesses from retail and small business lending to fintech to wealth management, asset management, investment banking, and capital markets. We at IncRed aim to play a meaningful role in the growth and evolution of the country's financial sector. As a leader, I believe it is critical to combine the ability to think of the big picture strategically with a micro level focus on the minutest details of the business. Both aspects are equally important for success, and in particular, the ability to switch from one to the other with ease on an almost continuous basis.
The overall risk awareness itself has increased significantly across customer segments. This situation has paved the way for protection products based on individual risk profiling and digitized experiences across the entire customer value chain. I believe we will see insurance companies expand their protection portfolios and provide value at a cost. I foresee a reduction in price wars and an increase in providing differentiated customer value propositions. I believe we will see a scenario of win-win for the customer and the insurance companies and see the entire industry growing at a very healthy pace.
Pandemic challenges we have faced and we continue to face because it's still not gone. The pandemic is still around. The best part about us is we have held our head high and continue to perform and do better. Our revenues have done better. Our success rate of growth has been very good. Our people are well managed. That is because of the commitment towards the brand and also the commitment towards the work culture we have developed over time. So we continue to face the pandemic. I'm saying it's not yet over, but if I am here today, it's because of the reason that our brand ensures that we continue to do well. Our brand stands for the commitment of doing good for the better, for all of us. We try to do good for the people, for the planet, and for the prosperity of all the communities that we operate in.
Welcome back. Let's hear more from the winners of the Economic Times Best Brands 2021 about their brand journey.
The fundamental philosophy that we have in our programs, which make children really come back to the classes and ask for more, is that in each class, they're working with projects and creating some things with their own hands. The philosophy of learning by doing is absolutely deeply embedded in our curriculum and our pedagogy. Additionally, the fact that all of our students are taken care of by our teachers in a live environment also makes sure that teachers are able to interact with the students and engage with them based on the mood of the program or mood of the student. So a combination of very hands-on pedagogy, highly engaging curriculum, project-based learning, and to top it all, a live teacher who's trained in taking care of young learners is what helps us drive e-learning and makes it engaging. So we're very excited to be able to take our live one-on-one coding classes across different categories as well as across different countries now. White Hat Junior within India started off as a prime education company around coding. Not only are we offering live coding classes in a one-on-one format, we are also now taking classes in a 1:4 format. We have also expanded our curriculum beyond pure laptop users. So we have developed curriculum and courses which enable delivering of coding classes on multiple formats, including tablets, as well as taking lessons on app. Likewise, from a course standpoint, the philosophy has now been extended to create with technology. We've always believed that children need to be creators of technology versus consumers of technology, and extending that addition of courses like math, addition of courses like music, and a very interesting upcoming course that we have developed around arts, animation, and video will enable all of our young learners to continue creating by using latest in technology. Additionally, expansion beyond India under the name of Baiju's Future School is something that we are extremely focused on. And that includes extending in Americas, where we already have significant presence, including English, Spanish, Portuguese, as well as Europe and ANZ.
Vari brand is now synonymous with the green energy through our solar modules, batteries, pumps, and many other new energy products. So it became now Vari as a new energy brand. And this has came not only because we are the largest producer as per the LMM list, or we have been in an industry for the last 14 years, but there are many things like developing a new products, new services, continuously to giving to the customers, going for a countrywide sales and service network with more than 380 franchises, building a large NABL accredited lab for a continuous improvement on the quality and testing in-house, which is the world's first by any manufacturer, and then going to the customers and understanding his requirement. This has helped to become Vari, a synonymous brand with the new energy today. And we want to continue this innovation on the quality, on the product and the services to keep growing and meeting the customer's requirement and keep this leadership for the coming days.
Roca brand is world's #1 in the bathroom sanitary ware category, wash basins and closets, emanating from Spain and started in the year 1917. They have been defining the bathroom space for more than 100 years. It's indeed a very fitting recognition for us. Being a market leader, both globally as well as in India, we really salute Economic Times as well as our judges and customers for choosing our brand as the best brand. Why customers of Roca love for the Roca brand? The answer is very simple. Roca brand gives them contemporary designs which are the best in class in the European continent. Then they give you some of the finest features in the products which are defining the bathroom the way the customers use. Third, they give you a fantastic ambience to shop. Some of the best showrooms in India portray Roca brand in terms of their display. And fourth, we have after-sales service, which is always to take care of our customers just in case there is a need.
Consumer behavior patterns are changing very frequently, and it is extremely critical for organizations to be very nimble-footed. We at India First Life are doing just that. One of the critical changes that we have brought into our business model is hyper-personalization. One size can never fit all. Each product, each service, each process must be pertinent to the target customer. We hope to take hyper-personalization to the next level, to the segment of one, wherein each consumer, each customer will be treated uniquely and differently from every other. We do believe that getting there is the only way to make the consumer feel special.
The last 18 months has been a bit of a challenge, not just for KGISL, but for almost all businesses across the world. We wanted to change the customer experience of our clients' customers, bring empathy into customer experience. We want our systems to anticipate customer intent at the zero moment of truth, that is at the first touch point. To do that, data becomes a new gold, ML becomes the neural center of our products, analytics, conversational UIs, and omni-channel delivery has become the key. COVID has happened in between the transformation journey, but we were ready for it. And that is the reason why we were able to grow 50% during this tough time.
There are three key things that we think about when it comes to brand connect. You know, the first and most important thing that we should not lose sight of is that Colgate always brings you the most advanced oral health products, right? Whether you take the example of Colgate Strong Teeth, which is India's #1 toothpaste, it has arginine and calcium, which makes your teeth strong better than any other toothpaste. And you know that strength of teeth is the first thing that you need for good digestion and for good nutrition. The second thing that we do consistently is innovation. In 2020, when the pandemic came upon us, Within 60 days of the pandemic starting, Colgate launched a tele-dentistry platform. This was an online platform where people from the comfort of their homes could schedule appointments and do video consultations with dentists all across the country, completely free of charge. And the third piece, of course, is most directly brand building. And on this front, it's very critical for brands to be clear about what their purpose is. Why do they exist? And for Colgate, we've been very clear that our purpose is that everyone deserves a future they can smile about. And in India, our consumer expression for this in Hindi is smile karo or shuru ho jao. And of course, we translate this into all the languages in the country. We really, as a brand, want to inspire people to not let doubt and hesitation or social judgment come in the way of them leading fuller lives. So we want to encourage people to just smile and get going. So these are the three things I would say: advanced oral health products, innovation, and having a clear brand purpose that helps us continue to strengthen our brand connect at Colgate.
We started the company more than 2 decades back. And right at that point in time, our purpose when we started the company was to enable healthcare organizations to be future ready. And we decided to do it as a strategy, right? And as a DNA by combining medical knowledge, fit for purpose technology for healthcare, and building a culture which is truly agile and can help our client organizations evolve. Now, we believe this focus which we had, we have not strayed from this path for more than 2 decades. We've been stayed true to that. This focus, the set of capabilities, our culture, along with a very strong track record of delivering value for all our stakeholders over a 2-decade period, is what sets our brand apart. What COVID has done over the last 2 years is that brought healthcare in focus like never before. And we strongly believe that over the next few years and probably much longer time frames, rightfully, we will see much more public and private investments in healthcare, right? Funding and investments, whatever you want to call it. But there will be much more access to funds for the industry. This is an industry which also over the last 2 years has seen success with accelerated innovation on the science side of things, accelerated innovation in digital adoption, and multiple areas, right? And that we believe will start becoming the norm. And this will create unprecedented opportunities to solve problems and make healthcare better, more accessible to all over the next few years and probably decades, right? So healthcare is going to be an industry of opportunities over the next few years. So I would like to take this opportunity to thank Economic Times and the jury involved for selecting Indegene as one of the best brands in India.
Given our presence in OEM and aftermarket, we have been investing significantly in social media for brand enhancement and in certain retail activities for customer engagement. Unique after-sales service and digitization efforts through AI and VR have been leveraged extensively to work closely with the end consumers in both the segments, thereby increasing our brand salience further. Our TOMA, which used to be a single-digit number until 2017, has moved up 4 times in the last 5 years. And now the objective is to put more steam behind it and take it to 25% in the next 2 years.
As a edu fintech organization, we've adopted the best of both worlds. So we are now a hybrid organization which brings in the best practices of traditional lenders and the new age fintech players across value chain. It's our constant endeavor to find ways to create better stakeholder experience and create value for both customer and the organization in the journey. Our digital adoption, technological advancements have ensured that we continue to fulfill our purpose of giving students towards attaining a brighter future and enabling them to achieve their academic aspirations.
Mahindra First Choice is India's #1 used car retailer. And we are also the #1 used car auto tech platform in this country. We usually follow 3 large strategies. First is we have focused on giving customers the necessary trust in this category. The second pillar of our strategy is to empower dealers and make the process of transactions of used cars simple. And the third pillar of our strategy is about building great products, building future-ready products.
A brand's success lies more in the way they are able to connect or able to build their affinity with consumers by means of their communication, visuals, messaging, and how they are able to communicate or message out their category, which is so much complex for a genuine person to understand, for any customer for that matter to understand. So I think that is where a success of an typically insurance brand lies.